Welcome to London, City of London. London is the capital city of England and the United Kingdom. It's situated in the southeast of England with a population of 14 million people. Londonium. London is one of the oldest cities in the world, and it was founded by the Romans in 40 AD and called Londonium. Climate. London has a temperate marine climate, like much of the British Isles. So the city rarely sees extremely high or low temperatures. Districts. Since 1965, Greater London has been divided into 32 districts, in addition to the ancient city of London. The Thames. London has the river Thames, which runs through the middle of the city, and it's 215 miles long. Economy. The City of London is the world's largest financial center alongside New York. It's home to the London Stock Exchange and Lloyd's of London. Transport. London public transport include London Underground, London buses, river services, and the National Rail. The London Underground. The Underground is also called Tube because of the cylindrical shape of the system as deep bore tunnels. It has 276 stations and runs over 243 miles of line, making it the longest railway in the world. The Red Double-Decker buses. The buses known as the Red Double-Decker buses and rail network in London is very well developed, frequent and efficient. Tourist attractions. London has rich cultural history, but at the same time it's regarded as one of the most modern cities in the world. The most famous tourist attractions are the Big Ben, the House of Parliament, the Queen's Palace, Buckingham Palace, the Tower of London, etc. The Houses of Parliament 1. The Houses of Parliament is where the two houses of the Parliament of the United Kingdom meet for political purposes. The oldest part of the building dates back to 1907. The House of Parliament 2. On 5th November 1605, Guy Fawkes tried to assassinate the king and the parliament members in the gunpowder plot by blowing up the House of Parliament, but he did not succeed. Big Ben. Big Ben isn't the clock on the tower, but just the bell inside it. People all over the world can hear its sound on the radio and TV programs. It's always right, never too fast or too slow. Buckingham Palace. Buckingham Palace is the official home of the British monarch in London. When the flag is put up on the pole, it means that the monarch is in the palace. It's also a famous tourist attraction because of the Queen's Royal Guards. The Royal Guards. Every morning at 11:30, people all over the world come to see the changing of the guards. The capital of the old guard gives the keys of Buckingham Palace to the captain of the new guard. The Tower of London. The Tower of London is a historic tower in the center of London. The tower's primary function was a fortress, a royal palace, and a prison. Many prisoners were executed in this tower. The British Museum. The British Museum contains Egyptian collections of mummified skeletons found in the pyramids. Greek sculptures from the Parthenon in Athens and two of the four existing original copies of the Magna Carta. The National Gallery. The National Gallery is one of the most important art galleries in the world. It also includes the collection of Italian paintings found outside Italy. Madame Tussauds. Madame Tussauds is a museum in which you can visit wax sculptures of the world's most famous people, past and present. The London Eye. The London Eye, also known as the Millennium Wheel, was built in 1999 and since then the biggest observation wheel in the world. It is 170 meters high, and you can see the beautiful London skyline from the top. The Parks of London. The parks are a real part of the Londoner's life. People often have lunch in the parks, spend their free time, and children can enjoy themselves in many pools and little lakes. Hyde Park. Hyde Park is one of the largest parks in the central London, famous for its big-ass corner. It's divided by the Serpentine Lake. St. James Park. St. James Park is the oldest royal park in London, and it's surrounded by three palaces. The most ancient is Westminster, St. James Palace, and of course the best known Buckingham Palace. Greenwich Park. Greenwich Park is a former hunting park in Greenwich and one of the largest single green spaces in South East London. Westminster Abbey. Westminster Abbey was begun by Henry III in 12 45. It's one of the most important Gothic buildings in the country, with the medieval shrine of an Anglo-Saxon saint still at its heart. Tower Bridge. The Tower Bridge is a bridge close to the Tower of London, which gives it its name. It has become an iconic symbol of London, and it's situated over the River Thames. Piccadilly Circus. Piccadilly Circus is a famous road junction and public space of London's West End in the city of Westminster. It was built in 1819 to connect Regent Street with the major shopping street of Piccadilly. Trafalgar Square. Trafalgar Square is a square in London, and its name commemorates the Battle of Trafalgar, 1805, a British naval victory of the Napoleonic Wars. The Royal Family. The British royal family lives in England and resides mainly in London at Buckingham Palace. The royal family is formed by Queen Elizabeth II and her husband Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, their son Charles, and his two sons William and Henry. This is it. Subscribe to our channel and press button like, and don't forget share this video. Bye bye.